After we understood the basics of programming, we need to understand how Java is structured. Java is an object-oriented programming language, like Python also. So you need to understand the basics of object-oriented programming before working as a test automation engineer or writing test automation code in Java, or even performing white box testing or unit testing on any Java code. So first, what is object-oriented programming? It is a way of programming. It is a programming paradigm. Like we see here, we have many types of programming paradigms. For example, procedural, object-oriented, and other types. But in object-oriented programming, we work based on a concept that is called objects. So Java is built upon objects. So what is an object? So like we see here, this is the code before object-oriented programming. You have a main method, like we see, and inside this main method, we have methods that are calling each other, for example, for loops, if conditionals, and so on. So each part of the code directs you to the other part of the code, and we call it, for example, spaghetti code because it is not managed in a good and correct way. On the other hand, after object-oriented programming, we have our code managed in a better way. You have many objects and each one of them is responsible of a specific task, like we will see. So the object is an instance. For example, we can say that this man is an object, this clock is an object. So if we are creating a university management system or a learning management system like Udemy, we have many objects. We have a student like you, the one who is watching the videos and accessing the quizzes. We have the instructor, we have the customer support team, and so on. We have an object that's called a course. So me as an instructor, I can create a course, and you as a student, you can access the course. You are an object, the course is an object, and me, the instructor, is an object. Inside our code, we have, for example, our class, which is a vehicle. The vehicle can walk. If it walks or moves on the land, it can move in the water or in the air. Depending on the type of this vehicle, we can create objects from it. For example, we have an object that's called a bus or a car, ship, boat, aircraft, or a helicopter. So like we see here, we can have a car class. And this car class has attributes and methods. The attributes are variables. For example, the car has a company that manufactured it and it has a maximum speed. Also, if we create a person class, so the attributes of it can be age, type or gender, we have height and weight, and so on. On the other hand, we have methods. The methods are the actions that can be taken. For example, the person can walk, run, move, talk, and so on. So like we see here, from the car class, we can create many objects. The first one, for example, is a car that is manufactured by Honda. Its speed is 100. So if we call the method that prints the car information, it will print the car speed as 100 km per hour and its name, and so on for any type of car. So the same here, we can have a class that's called student. And inside this class, we have methods and attributes. The attributes are the student name, university ID, birth date, address, GPA, and the study level. On the other hand, the methods are modify GPA, change study level, get student name, and get student address. So here we have student 1, which is an object of the class student, student 2, and student 3. Student 1 has some data and operations, student 2 the same, and student 3 the same. Also here we have, for example, a class that's called rectangle. So this class has a width and length. Those are its attributes. They are integers. On the other hand, we have methods inside it like setLength, which gives or sets a value for the length. We have getLength, which gets the value of the length, and so on. And for example, we can have a method that's called getArea. So it multiplies the width and the length and returns the value of them.